Hi, beautiful Aquarius. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Aquarius, it has been a little bit of time. I understand you've seen maybe perhaps the Capricorn reading been out. I think that was on Monday. And then it's been a couple of days. And to be really honest, like I just feel like something's up in the ethers and it has affected me. And these days I'm not pushing anything. Like in the olden days, I would have made these videos anyway. I just feel like I'm not completely 100% honest in the energy, and then I probably won't get like 100% authentic messages. Does that make sense? Probably okay messages, and it might probably even like go through the cracks of like even noticing. But I'm just so much about authenticity and realness, and so I just find that I've needed a couple of days to just sort of readjust myself and sort of come back into, I don't know whether to call it balance, but I've almost been pissed. Like, and I don't get pissed these days. Like, I don't like, and I'm so quick to like change my mind. So I'm just letting you know the reason why the video hasn't come sooner, and maybe because you're sensing it too. Maybe you're in this sort of feeling of the ethers right now as well. Like it's a little bit bumpy. And so one needs to stay very, very clear and very, very aware of like who we are. Does that make sense? So this is your monthly reading. This is the May reading, but look at it as a reading in about a month into the future. So probably around mid-May until mid-June. That would be for you. What is going on for Aquarius, please? For the month of May. What do we want them to know? I just feel this big veil, like it's just something is happening. And I can't really put my finger on it. Makes me go down the rabbit hole a little bit. There you go, 2 first cards. We're going to get 3 cards, initial cards, and then we're just going to go deeper into that message. We have the first one is 8 of Spring. Seems like there's a lot on your plate that is happening at once. And then Prince of Autumn. And third card out, please. Third card, there you go, is that's another Autumn, Queen of Autumn, which is very much about creating literally whatever you want. So 8 of Spring, stress that comes from having many things happening at once, successful multitasking, sudden events or changes. This is like you see someone's like stretching for it. You see this little fairy sitting in the middle there, and it's like she's stretched, like she's stretching for some, like she's reaching for it. And so I just feel like you've asked for a lot of things. Like this is not, you don't feel bombarded about things that you haven't been asking about. Does that make sense? It feels like it's on your asking, it's on your watch. I don't know what to call it. There might be a lot of things going on, but I think you've asked for it. And this is about like learning how to cope with many things at once. And I think it can be like very physical, many things, like you just have many things to do on your plate physically. I just feel for a lot of you Aquarius, it's about a lot is going on on the physical plane, but just as much is going on on the mental plane, like in your mental body, and as much is going on in your like spirit world. Like it's just many layers that is happening at once. And 8, the power number, like it brings a lot of power and strength into the equation, into the situation. And it opens up for like there's a lot of possibilities for you right now. It is a little bit overwhelming though, is what it's saying. So can we just clarify this Eight of Spring, please, for Aquarius? Feels like there's one more. Ace of Michael. Wow. Wow. Is there another one? And the Sun. Holy smokes. So, wow. This is your like breakthrough moment. This is when it's happening. We get the Ace of Michael and the Sun card as a clarifier for Eight of Spring. So yes, it's a lot of things going on simultaneously. It might not feel like, just like I started this reading, like what the heck or what the F is up. Like taking these few days to just sort of readjust myself and like just taking a moment and try to figure out like what the heck. It can be that you literally are feeling that, like what I was just explaining, but just know that whatever is overwhelming right now, whatever feels like, it almost, for some of you, it could be like the opposite. It feels like you're stuck. It can feel like wherever you turn, whatever you ask for, like you see no movement, you see no, like, no, I don't understand what you're talking about. Like having so many things to do at once. No, that's not my life right now. It's actually stuck. I don't see too many changes. Just know that you're on the, is that what it's called? On the precipice? Like you're on the brink, on the threshold of just sort of tilting over to this. The Ace of Michael is showing action forward, brilliant ideas, to just go forward. To just go forward. I just saw this expression the other day that I really enjoyed. Before you give in, why don't you give up? Before you give in, why don't you give up? And we're so associated with like, and thank you. Okay, got a little reminder there. Let's just continue with your reading here. So what I just talked about was like, before you give in, give up. So we're so conditioned to think that giving up is something bad or something negative. Like we should never, like we just say like, I will never give up. Like I will continue to fight for this. But the thing is that the more we actually loosen up and the more we actually release and let go, and I was just about to say before the little reminder there went off, is that it has taken me a lot of years that like doing nothing, releasing, letting go, standing down, wait it out, like is really productive, because it feels like we're so taught that the opposite, like, are you just going to sit here and think that it's just going to fall into your lap? Yeah, I've been thinking it theoretically for a long time, but it has taken me a gazillion years to really fundamentally understand that. And that's what those couple of days to be with my own energy is about as well. You just let go of what we would consider to be the real world and sort of create your own for a couple of days. And there's something here, Aquarius, for you that is going to bring, like, if you just sort of, I don't want to use the word push through, because it's not about pushing through physically, but if you just sort of persevere, if you sort of just like allow time to proceed and do what it does best, make things fall into place, and like don't this is about like not hindering any progress with little bumps in the road, like just to continue on your path. It will lead to so much happiness. Like there's so much happiness here. Whatever you're asking about, if you're one of those people that right now you don't see these results, or you don't see the things that I'm talking about, like that you should be so overwhelmed because it's so much to deal with, and you're like, no, it's not. Just understand that whatever you're asking about, whatever your path is right now, and you have, just ask yourself, what have you asked for recently? And if you don't know that, like take a moment, take a breath, and like deep down, what am I really asking about? Like, where am I headed on my path? Because wherever you're like fundamentally, like dominantly are headed, it's gonna lead to so freaking much happiness. This is like your home. This is where you're supposed to be. This is your path. This is your purpose. And then we have Prince of Autumn, which is, it says cautious but wise action, meticulous attention to detail, kindness to others. So just feel like this is your path and you're moving forward, and it's like you're having this guiding light. I think that it's very, obviously it's a cohesive, like everything fits together here in this reading. But I think that once we have this one down, there's a lot of about like practicing moving forward and practicing having things start to happen for you, having things turn out the way you want to, whether that has started to turn out the way you want to physically, or whether you feel it like emotionally, like you're on the right path, to then just be, it's just no rush. There's no rush to just go through everything in your own pace and look at things carefully. Not to be afraid of anything, but like look at things carefully and just take your time. So why is this Prince of Autumn here, please, for Aquarius? Clarifying Prince of Autumn. Ooh. So we have the Emperor, which is very much, I was going to say before, it's a very much like an Emperor-Empress vibe here around this Queen of Autumn. And then we got the Emperor coming out together with the Seven of Gabriel. So this is just very much about you being efficient. Do you say that? Efficient. Like you have a game plan, you know where you're going, you know what you're doing. The Emperor, stability and efficiency. Yes, efficient. Taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. And the Emperor like doesn't take no for an answer. The Emperor's confidence is like, I know what I'm doing, I know where I'm heading, I know, like, it might sound like really crazy to other people around me, I don't care. I have this planned, I have this structured and organized, like, you know where you're headed. And it's a number 4 there, so it's all about your heart, and it's all about laying a new foundation for yourself, together with the Seven of Gabriel, which is very much about standing your ground. This is like being in your power, and there's the power feel again with the number 8. Being in your power, being in your strength, being in your confidence, not allowing anyone or anything around you to sort of bring you down, like come down from those it's really, really metaphorical, like come down from those high horses. No, you shouldn't, Aquarius, come down from any high horse. You should be up on those high horses, and you should claim your power and just stand in it. And with the 7 there, I just feel like the heavens are with you right now. Like you have angel guidance, you have like your guides is with you, whether those are like your spirit guides, your loved ones on the other side, however that like shows up for you in your life, whether that is like just strong intuition. Just know that you and heaven, you and the what should I call it? Like the inner being of you, the lighter parts of you, is really with you on this path. Again, it's like, almost like I wanted to say before, like just push through, and now I wanted to use like an expression like soldier on. And it's not like soldier on also is like it's a very determined fighting, like soldier on. I just feel like that is like you just go through whatever, like, you know, with a soldier on, it's about it can be the complete opposite, like just relax this into place. But there's a plan here. You have some sort of plan, and it's just asking you to just continue to move forward, continue to have this plan, and it will just start to fall into place. Queen of Autumn, like I said, it's already a feel here of the Emperor and the Empress. It says be practical with respect to how you proceed. Be practical with respect to how you proceed. The ability to make anything more beautiful. Meeting someone who can help your dreams come true. So I love that it says be practical with respect to how you proceed. So making things happen is necessarily not the way it used to be. Like you go out there and you get it, you know. This for me again just highlights you've done everything you're supposed to do physically, dreamt about it, visualized it, like whatever you're going after. It feels like a purpose, like a life purpose thing, a shift truly that is going on simultaneously, like I said, in several bodies inside of you. And it's already like taken care of, it's already done. So now you sort of be it into being. You rest it into being. You allow it into being. Does that make sense? We want to clarify this Queen of Autumn here, please. Why is this here for Aquarius? Very magical touch. Very like in tune with your magic. Decision, number 15, another queen and another 8. Wow. So the first one I got was decision. So we're going to look at that. So just look at the image of this. If you're watching, if you're not just listening to me, or if you are listening to me, it's a bird cage where we've had several birds or like doves. And this angel is releasing these birds, and I see this as you like releasing yourself, letting your birds fly, and it's just one more bird in the cage there before like you're completely free, before you're completely home. And it says release yourself from that which holds you back. A need to detox unnecessary worry based on lack of self-confidence. There's a little bit of that there. Like Aquarius, it's a very strong, we have 2 queens here coming out. We have 2 8s coming out. We have the Queen of Autumn, which is very Emperor-ish. And then we also have the Emperor on the table. So it's like it's a very powerful energy here around you already. But it's indicating that every once in a while, you just lose that confidence. You're so on your way, you so know what you want, you go after it, you like feel it in every fiber in your being, like this is it. And then that confidence drops every once in a while. And that's completely human, you know, that's not just, oh, you're weird, you know. I mean, the past couple of days, when I go into these like little hermit energy ball, surrounding myself with just me, you know, I don't start off really like fiery and like, oh man, like on top of the world. So I completely relate, and I think that more people are not confident than confident in what they're doing with their life. And so you dropping in that confidence a little bit is just human. It's just what's supposed to happen. But it's like the decision here. The decision is not about what to do. The decision is not about like should I go down that path or this path? Should I like this or that? This decision, Jesus, feels more like it's about. I know it sounds silly when you don't feel it. It sounds silly to just decide. You're just going to decide that you feel confident in your approach. Like, I'm just going to decide that I have the confidence to do this. I'm just going to decide that I have the confidence to continue to believe in this dream or believe in this purpose or believe in this path. It sounds a little bit silly when you're not there because it's like, well, I would have the confidence if I could, you know? But it's like, it's almost that simple. So the decision here is to release that final bird, just to release yourself, release the past and release whatever's holding you back, and just claim that confidence. Together with, so we have a second queen coming out here, and it says you can do anything right now. Go after what you want, the ability to attract helpful people. There's a second time that it comes out, that meeting someone who can help your dreams come true. The ability to attract helpful people. This Queen of Gabriel is even more knows what she's doing. She's like in her full right, if that makes sense. She's like so sure. She's in the knowing. And when we now, usually I talk about one queen, but when we now had two queens coming out like this and the Emperor, this is about someone, you, Aquarius, that is so mature and wise and knowledgeable. You have everything you need to move forward. Everything you need. Together with the Eight of Gabriel. And I love how this is coming out right after, like, okay, we want the birds to be free. Like, you want to release that final little insecurity, that final little thing that holds you back, and just sort of immerse yourself into whatever it is that you want here. And this is like, to then go like from this, like, oh, I don't know, to complete freedom. We're up there, flying around. This is about allowing yourself that complete freedom to just let go and just be all that confidence that you can be. With the second number 8, the power number, power and strength and endless possibilities. We're going to continue this reading in the extension and see what else I can find there for you, to see, like, to just go deeper and help you and see what, like, where we're headed here. If you're interested in that, if you feel like this is your reading, you're so welcome to the extension. We have 2 ways of getting there. Read about them in the description box. Which one fits you better? You're so welcome. And thank you so much for watching, subscribing and liking, sharing this video if you feel like this really fits someone that you feel like really could benefit from hearing this message, whether they're an Aquarius or not, to please share that video with them. Thank you so much for watching.